Guys, we are live. On time as always, like a Swiss watch. Coco Gauff down a break, stumbling on this rally. Not a good start. Potapova is a nightmare draw for Coco. She's been one of the best clay court players in this clay court season. You know, started with the final in Linz, and then from there, phenomenal results. Lucky loser in Madrid, where she took out Rybakina. I still have that set point in mind against Rybakina in the first set tiebreak, where Potapova hit a serve, Rybakina ripped the return, and Potapova was like crouching down, lost her balance a little bit, fell back, and still hit a down the line backhand winner to win the first set. So this is certainly a nightmare draw. Now, she lost to Kostyuk in the semifinals of Madrid, but she had to play qualies in Rome again and won, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She won 5 matches in Rome as well and lost to Pegula. So, look, not an easy draw for Coco, to say the least. And it's starting exactly how I envisioned it to start. Very tough for Coco, down 2-4. Again, apologies for starting late, but I was doing something this morning coaching-wise, and I thought I was going to be on time, but it takes quite a while to set all this up, believe it or not. But in any case, we're here, we're live. I want to discuss a couple of things from yesterday, but let this game play out first and we'll talk about it. I got a lot to say. Yesterday was a very emotional day. The day before that was very emotional. And we have to discuss a couple of things. That's a nice serve and forehand combo from Coco, 30-15. I watched Anisimova tiebreak, yeah. I saw it. Yeah, she didn't play a good tiebreak. Unfortunate to say the least. Wasn't clutch in this one. I thought Amanda could find her game in this tournament, play herself through the tournament. I mean, I did not think Parry had that great of a clay court season leading up. Of course, you know, the home crowd can push her through, helped push her through. And I thought that Anisimova had a comfortable draw to find her form each match and make the quarters, but it wasn't so. She loses to Parry. It's a tough one to stomach, and she's got a lot of points to defend now. Final Wimbledon, final US Open, so she needs to get it together real quick. I did not catch any of the Osaka Jovic match. It's too. I was, like I said, I was doing something else. So I'm gonna catch that one later on if I get a chance. And I will make a couple more videos today. I will talk about it in the changeover. That's a nice return from Potapova right there. She's got, you know, what you would regard as a classic WTA swing. You know, it's a long swing, but it doesn't take away anything from her forehand quality. The forehand is very aggressive. She has quite a bit of margin on it. The backhand is quite long as a swing too. Now, she's a power player. And there's another forehand winner right there. Chance for a double break against Gauff. Guys, let's do an audio check real quick. I'm gonna talk quiet away from the computer. Can you hear me, guys? This is an audio check. Test 1 2 1 2. Test. Tell me if the audio is coming through. Can you hear me? If not, we got a problem again, like a couple days ago. Let me know in the chat if you heard that. And Coco saves the break point. Back to deuce. ATX Super Dave is in the house. Nice to see you in here. Yesterday's live stream was amazing. Okay, cool, Super Dave. Thank you so much for the update on the mic. Tartara is in the house. How you doing? Good to see you in here. Yeah, yesterday's live stream was that was incredible. I mean, a lot of great commentary in the live stream. I really enjoyed that one. Here's another break point for Potapova to go up double break. You know, I've seen the whole match so far, you know, even though I was like getting ready, and not so much Potapova playing that great. I mean, she's very steady. It's more Coco not coming out playing well, you know. So it's a good second serve, though. Second serve is a big test always for Coco. Even though it's gotten better, it's still a question mark, you know. Potapova dictating this rally, hitting deep. Coco forced to back up, playing defense, but Coco is so good at playing defense, though. And also turning defense into offense. You know, that backhand right there that she hit, she finally was able to neutralize. And then not only neutralize, but actually, you know, turn defense to offense. Got something short, and she put it away, put the forehand away across court. That's why it's so difficult to beat Coco Gauff on clay. She's an incredible defender, maybe the fastest player on tour. One off, if not the best athlete out there. And what a lot of people don't realize is she has a tremendous hands feel, Coco. Very gifted player. So she, you know, she's a grinder. She's a type of player that's going to figure it out on clay, you know. It gives her a little bit more time than some of the other surfaces, and she's tough. Here comes the second serve. Thank you, Alexandre. Appreciate you. Second serve, always a big test for Coco. And she gets it in as a nice kicker there down the tee. Forehand deep. Potapova moonballs. Another moonball from Potapova. And another moonball from Potapova. 3 in a row. Coco moonballing back. And Potapova tries to take that moonball from Coco early. Doesn't set up, doesn't time the ball right. Hits it off center on her frame and dumps it into the net. Add in. Coco trying to get out of this game. And there's a hold from Coco. Down one break, 4-3. This is going to be an interesting match. I looked at all the matches today, and there was a few options I would have done, but they were just on too early. And so I decided to do this one because defending champion Coco, it's a lot of pressure to defend the title again, and she's got a tough hurdle in this round. So I thought this was the match to do today. Hi, Monique. Happy Saturday to you as well, and happy Saturday to everyone. I want to start off. You know, I want to discuss something that I said yesterday during the live stream, and I will dedicate a short video to this, like one of those real shorts, you know. And as I was live streaming that fantastic match between Djokovic and Fonseca, all of a sudden in the chat, started seeing, did you see what Hodar did to the ball girl? Did you see what Hodar did to the ball girl? I'm so done with Hodar after he did that to the ball girl. I'm like, what did he do to the ball girl? And I was like, nobody was explaining exactly what it was. And then somebody said that he pushed the ball girl or something. And I'm like, okay, let me try to find this real quick. So I went on X, which is a horrendous place for tennis. I hate going on there. There's Simone is in the house. Okay, let me close this here. Let me open it up for him. I can look outside. So I go on X while I was on the live stream, and I found something somebody recorded off their phone, and it was like cropped up to like about the waist of Hodar. And I'll be honest, like as I was looking at this, it looked like he pushed the girl out of the way. I mean, it really looked like it. Like, I looked at it a couple of times and I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. Then I went into this, trying to make sense of this and say, okay, you know, Hodar should like gift this girl a racket, take a picture with her, apologize. Went into this whole thing. Then in the chat, people started saying like, oh, actually, he didn't push her. He didn't push her. So I'm like, so I said, look, won't comment on this anymore. I need to look at the video and just try to figure it out for myself before I make any more comments. I had a really bad footage of this. So once the live stream was over, I went on X again and I found a clip that showed the whole frame with the feet of Hodar and the feet of the girl. And it turns out that there was such an unfortunate angle this was recorded at. And if you crop the feet out, I mean, it really does look like he pushes the girl out of the way like this and then goes like this, like makes a gesture with his hands, like, why don't you get out of the way kind of thing, you know? But when you see the whole thing, he throws a water bottle into somebody from his box. I think it was his dad. And Hodar is very expressive with his dad anyway. There's always some kind of arguing back and forth, and there's a lot of hand gesturing with his dad. I've been seeing this throughout the entire clay court season, okay? So he throws the bottle up there. He doesn't touch the girl, nowhere near. And after he passes the girl, he makes a hand gesture to his dad. The girl was getting out of the way for Hodar, and she got her foot caught on the tarp. So if you combine this, not being able to see the feet in some of these footages that were provided, and the hand gesture of Hodar, it does look like he pushes and then complains, and the girl falls back, but it wasn't so. I'm 100% convinced, based on the footage that I saw, that, and Breakpoint Gauff, by the way, we'll focus back on this match in a second. I just want to make sure I say this publicly. It is my belief that he wasn't anywhere near the girl. I mean, he was near her, but he didn't push her out of the way. She was backing up very slowly, and she got her foot, her heel caught on the tarp, and she lost her balance a little bit and then repositioned herself. Absolutely nothing going on there. Hodar 100% innocent. And like I said, I will dedicate a short to this because, you know, people might not catch this in the middle of a live. So that's my statement to that. But here's breakpoint Coco Gauff 30-40 on the Potapova serve, long rally. Coco hitting heavy forehands, targeting to Potapova backhand, and it works. Potapova goes down the line, changes directions, misses it wide. We're back on serve, 4-all. Yeah, Pila Pew, thank you. Yeah, the angle was very unfortunate for Hodar. But again, like I'll catch my short later. Make sure you subscribe to Intuitive Tennis 24/7. That's where I put a lot of different, you know, a lot of coaching content, a lot of lessons, a lot of short form, short videos, even landscape format. Catch me on there, Intuitive Tennis 24/7 on YouTube, and look out for a short video later on. And you can jump in the comments there and defend poor Hodar, because, you know, even though like the footage was provided, he's still getting hate. It went viral. This went mega viral. I've seen it on like legitimate, you know, news online places that normally don't really cover tennis. I've seen this everywhere. This blew up, and it's all due to an unfortunate camera angle. And then just people hyping it up, blowing it up, you know, making it into something that it's not. Very unfortunate for him. So we have to go out here and defend Hodar. He absolutely didn't do anything. Potapova trying to get the break right back. Love 15. Potapova is just like a steady baseliner, just consistently applying pressure. But he misses the backhand there. See, look, my opinion with Potapova, I've been watching her for a long time. She was a very, very good junior. She has what it takes to play among the best. You know, I'm going to look up her career high. I mean, she's back in the top 30 after this, I think. But she has what it takes to play among the very best. it's the mental that lets her down, and it's the body language is very poor in some matches. I'm not going to say it's always poor. Career high is 21, and she's going to be 30 if she loses this match. So I think she can get in the top 20. But the body language is often very negative, and to me that would be the thing that needs to improve the most. Because tennis-wise, she's very good. It's mental. Yeah, Coco for sure playing better now than she did early in the set, and I like the way she's shaping her forehand more. She's making Potapova hit high backhands, and she's extracting a lot of errors from Potapova. There, it was on that particular ball, it was more Potapova, missing an easy one there. But the thing is about tennis, like once Potapova started strong, and Coco started, extending the rallies, Potapova started putting, giving her some mistakes. But once you start missing, this can drag down your confidence a little bit for all your shots, even when you get an easy one. So see the last 2 points here, Potapova misses half-court forehand, then a forehand return. So momentum definitely shifted here. Coco for sure the better player right now. 4-all, 40-30. There's another high ball to the backhand. High ball to the forehand. So much spin on the forehand from Gauff. And Coco holds 5-4. I've done so many videos on Gauff, and I've had to defend Gauff's strokes so much throughout these years, so I'll continue to do so. And people love to critique WTA forehands just because they don't look like ATP forehands. And certainly Coco has had issues with her forehand at certain times. The confidence would go away, and often it was interesting because she would lose confidence in her forehand in singles. Played very tight, tentative, not trusted, missed it a lot. But then she'd play doubles like she often does, And there she would rip forehands freely, and she would hit it clean and not miss. So to me, it was clear there that there's a mental component to her forehand struggles. To some degree, it's like that on the serve too, even though there's some technical stuff going on there. But on the flip side of this, the forehand is so uncomfortable. Because think about it, most of the forehands on the WTA Tour are a little bit more straight. They have that flat ball trajectory. And here comes Coco, and the forehand is funky. It's like lively. It's got a tremendous amount of spin. She can place it in different directions. And that's what makes the forehand very uncomfortable to play, especially on clay, where the bounce of the ball is going to help this liveliness, and it's going to make it more unpredictable for the opponent. So I'm not surprised at Coco's clay court results. I mean, she's in the finals of the biggest tournaments, 2 times Roland Garros final, 1-time champion. She's won the doubles at Roland Garros. It's not by accident. And often, these matches might not be the highest quality. For example, the final against Sabalenka last year from Coco. But it doesn't take away from how good Coco is on clay. Again, the funkiness of the forehand, the fact that she's an incredible defender, can turn matches ugly where the other person kind of falls apart and does a tremendous amount of mistakes. Love 15. And Potapova's game falling apart big time. Love 30. That's my backhand is for sure steady shot. Misses a relatively easy one there into the net going down the line. Love 30. Squash shot Coco. And a nice little curler cross court from Coco, love 40. I got some requests to do a squash shot instructional video after the Fonseca Djokovic match yesterday because I talked squash shots so much. And I've done 2 slice videos, forehand slice, one dedicated to the slice and one about the Tatiana Maria slice. But I'll do a squash shot video. I haven't done that one yet. I'll definitely do it. 3 set points for Coco right here. As a double fault. See, this is what I'm talking about, the turning around towards the box and always this negative interaction with the box from Potapova. I think it's hurting her. That's the thing that she has to improve, is the negativity on the court. Because you look here, the contrast, the first 6 games to the next, what is it, 4 games, is a big contrast in level. So her level dropped off tremendously, and you know, that type of stuff can be worked on. You know, definitely something that she can improve. Easier said than done, though, because you know, tennis can be very tough. Another thing I wanted to talk about. Here is the craziness of the men's draw. I think it's incredible what's happening this year at Roland Garros. I don't see. Listen, I'm not the type of guy who's going to tell you that this is the greatest thing ever, because at the end of the day, we want to see the best players, first of all, competing at Roland Garros. So I think the fact that Alcaraz and Musetti are not there. Musetti last year was, if you take Djokovic out of the equation, the 3rd best clay court player in the world. So the fact that Alcaraz and Musetti are not here, that's a bummer. And then you get Djokovic and Sinner knocked out. It's something that you know, it's going to take a couple of days to get over it, because I do believe it's nice to see new players come on the scene. It's nice to see, like, maybe a youngster who can come through and potentially be a challenger to Sinner and Alcaraz. But I would like the youngster to come through them by beating them, and not have external factors like injuries be the opportunity for a youngster to come through. So that certainly is something that I believe. Now, this doesn't take away from the excitement and the quality of this tournament and the opportunity. It's certainly going to continue to be very entertaining and exciting, and I'll be right here watching. But I certainly hope that by the time US Open rolls around, we get Musetti back, we get Alcaraz back, we get everyone back, and that's tennis at its best, you know. And then if Sincaraz don't make it to the final, so be it, you know. But it's going to be crazy. I mean, look at Berrettini, Comesaña is 4 on the 5th. You got Arnaldi, Collignon. Arnaldi won the first set. I mean, you can make an argument. Juan Manuel Cerundolo is up 2-1. You can make an argument for so many of these guys. You got FAA up there. Top half is crazy. Like the person that's going to be in the final on the top half, it's going to be absolutely incredible. Who you pick any one of those guys, it's going to be absolutely incredible. So I don't really know what to make of it. Like I said in my video yesterday, will it be a youngster to lift the trophy, or will it be, you know, someone with a lot of experience like Ruud or Zverev? We shall see. We shall see. Tatara asks, is this the highest pressure Zverev will have to win Grand Slam neck? Yeah, the pressure will be immense on Zverev. And it's not going to be easy for him. He's got that bottom half of the draw is tough. He's going to have to come through tough guys. You know, I do think he comes through De Jong, right? That's who he plays next, De Jong. And then Hodar, if Hodar makes it through, that's going to be a big test. And then semis. Semis is going to be tough too, whoever makes it in there. But you know, you can make an argument that, you know, it might not, you can look at it from a couple different ways. You know, this guy's been on tour forever and he's won the biggest titles. Maybe this doesn't freak him out. Like, I hate the way Zverev is treated as this choker and as this, like, horrendous player when he's absolutely not that. Yes, has he had problems with some matches mentally? Yeah, definitely. You can put together some matches with like where he was tentative, where it was tight. Probably a handful of matches, maybe even, I don't know, maybe even more than that. But is that really true for the entirety of his career? No. So this is an experienced guy. Maybe he's going to be as cool as a cucumber, like he has been so far, and he's going to take this opportunity. But maybe not. Maybe somebody else comes through and shines and plays incredible tennis. Maybe one of these youngsters like Hodar or Fonseca. So that bottom half of the draw is going to be so interesting. And on top half of the draw, expect the unexpected to happen. I know Tien got destroyed today, and how about Koboli winning Roland Garros? Have you guys thought about that? That's not the craziest thought, you know? This guy's an incredible player, especially on clay. So it's a lot of things are possible. Potapova, the double break point, first game of the second set. Gauff saves the first one. One break point left. Zverev is in the fifth with Hodar. I have to take Hodar, just my opinion. I don't know why you would say that. I think Zverev can go long, can go deep. I think it would be very, this fifth set is always tough. Hodar had physical issues against Didery and Rome, so I mean, you can't really make the argument that he's untested still. I mean, he did well in this tournament. A couple of tough matches, but we shall see. I certainly think Hodar has a good chance to beat Zverev. He has a chance, but it will be tough. Conditions also going to be important. I think when is the heat wave over? I think tomorrow, right? That's fantastic hitting right here from Potapova. Really struck the ball well. And positive body language. Another break point. Fourth opportunity in this game. Doing well here to start the second set. Hitting the ball clean. Dictating play. On dry clay, would you say Zverev has an edge? Man, yeah, maybe, but I think actually if the clay gets slower, I think that's where Zverev is at his best, when it gets a little bit slower, the clay. I think time is a friend for Zverev. And Hodar does have some heaviness, has a lot of heaviness to his forehand, and he grew up in Spain, so I would think that he's most comfortable when it gets a little bit drier and bouncier. So my gut feeling tells me, like, if they play like at night, or if it's a little bit cooler, more of an advantage for Zverev. If it's like hot like now, which I know it won't be, but if it's like drier, that's going to be better for Hodar. Potapova with the break in the second set. There's a positive sign, because the way that first set ended, she could have easily continued to make a lot of mistakes and play poorly, but she flipped it around here and is playing a lot better. The drop shot from Potapova. Forehand pass. And another forehand pass. drop shot not of the highest quality, but it is something that more of a slice forehand, to be honest with you. It wasn't really a drop shot, but I've done so many videos on the drop shot. It is a phenomenal tactic to utilize, and it's definitely something that players should spend time practicing. You know, at the amateur level for sure. And if you're an aggressive player, that's when you're going to be. That's when you're going to have the biggest opportunities to utilize a drop shot. That's a wild first serve error from Potapova, second serve. That's in the line back and return. Gauff and Potapova having a little bit of trouble on the backhand, more than the forehand when it comes to the high ball. Or that heavy ball from Coco, which is expected. It's most players have that issue. What chances do you give Osaka to beat Sabalenka next round? I think she's going to have a chance. I think she will have a chance. You know, Sabalenka. Too tough from Coco there. Passes Potapova at the net, and Potapova again with the interaction with the box. 15-30. Sabalenka has not had the greatest, like for somebody ranked #1 in the world, you know, the clay court season has been far from optimal. So if Osaka is going to beat Sabalenka, it would be right here at this moment. But I would still say that my gut feeling tells me she won't. That's Sabalenka coming through here, because Sabalenka, like when she's not doing well, she has so much willpower and fight in her to turn things around and start playing better again. I could easily see Sabalenka winning this whole thing, you know? That is one. There's some forehand from Potapova. It's a clean down the line winner right there. That's a great question, Monique. How much do players practice getting to drop shots? You know what? I really don't know. I certainly have drills that I do with players to work on those type of balls, like close to the net, on the run, to be able to develop the feel necessary to play those shots, whether you're doing a counter drop shot, whether you're angling off your counter drop shot, whether you're trying to hit the ball deep, you know, like flat and deep in a continental grip. That is a very difficult shot to execute because you're combining soft hands while sprinting at full speed. So that combination right there is very difficult, and it has to be practiced. So I think it comes natural for a lot of players that are very skilled, you know. They don't think about it twice. They already have the feel. They just pull it off. But for someone that doesn't have those skills need to be developed, you know. And you can get better with your hands. You can. I find that players that grow up on clay, they're way better with this than players that grow up on hard court. Another down the line forehand winner from Potapova. I mean, she's really swinging big on that forehand and making a lot of shots. Up 2-love in the second set, love 15 on the Gauff serve. Can Potapova get this into a third? It's a wild forehand error from Gauff. Shank, love 30. ATX Super Dave, mini 10 is definitely good for those shots close to the net shots. Yes, for sure. Mini 10 is something that's very important. Absolutely. Chip return from Potapova and Coco Gauff. There might have been a bad bounce. Coco Gauff misses a backhand into the net. But the way she backed up and lost balance on that backhand tells me it might have been a bad bounce there. Yeah, for sure a bad bounce. And love 40. Big serve from Coco there, 15-40. And Potapova pumps herself up. Coco dumps another backhand into the net. And double break. This match getting interesting again. Can turn into a battle. Let's check the scores from around the courts, guys. Let's see what's going on over here. We don't have a lot of people in here, but I know that we won't. Okay, it's like we got 58 people in the chat. And here's another thing that I'm going to discuss with you. I love the WTA tour, and I'm going to continue to cover WTA matches. And even if it doesn't bring any views, like, I'm willing to cover live matches. But I do think the numbers are going to be low for this year's Roland Garros men's tournament, as far as the excitement for the matches. I just know this to be true. I'm certainly excited. A lot of you guys are excited. It's exciting that there's going to be a new champ. But overall numbers are going to be very poor this year. And I think, you know, the superstars drive this sport. So it's as far as the excitement around, like, globally for whoever's in the quarters, for example, or semis. I think the final is always a little bit different. I think people always tune into a final regardless. But, like, from the quarters on into the semis, especially that top half, I think there's going to be less excitement. So when I try to pick out a match, I certainly always try to pick out the most exciting match to cover as far as the live. And that's that includes the WTA, even though I know it's not going to get any views. I know people generally there's a lot less interest. Even on my channel, people complain that I cover the WTA all the time. I still will cover the WTA because it's so entertaining. These players are so tough. Drop shot again from Potapova. Follows it up with a lob. And she's really mixing things up, Potapova, in the second set, and it's working. 15-love. I was going to go around the course to check the draws. Let's do that right now. Okay, Tabilo up a break on Quam in the third. It's 1-set all. Berrettini in the third set tiebreak. Oh my goodness. It's still some Italians. They can, like, kind of, you know, the Italians can revenge Sinner. There's 3 of them on the top half. You got Berrettini, Arnaldi. Coboli already won. Can Berrettini push through that 5th set tiebreak against Comesana? A 15-all. Drop shot lob combo works at all levels. That's true, Super Dave. And that's when somebody does that to me, it absolutely destroys me, especially now at my current problems. I mean, I can't even play right now. I haven't played since played once since November, or twice since November, and hurt myself both times. So to me, that's like the worst that you can do to me, to bring me in and then put me back. And I will fight, I will run. It'll look really ugly, but I posted a match against a former student of mine last year during the summer against Mikey, and he did a lot of slices, a lot of drop shot lobs. If you want to see me struggle, and you check out that match. To me, I thought it was very entertaining, because I was dealing with all these funky shots, dealing with the heat, and I wasn't doing too good. 15-30. Gauff trying to get at least one break back. That's a nice pass from Coco. Hit it very low. Phenomenal defense from Coco. I mean, she's so quick. She covers the court so well. Look at that forehand, just right down at the shoelaces of Potapova. How about J.M. Cerundolo serving for the match, up 2-1 against Landaluce. Can you believe he's gonna probably back up the center match? And I got to tell you, I'll dedicate a little segment to J.M. Cerundolo in my video this evening. He was getting so much hate, even in my video, like people showing no respect. It was very disappointing to read a lot of these negative comments about Cerundolo. I mean, he's a top player. You know, he's obviously less successful than his brother, but he's just a solid ATP player. And I thought he did incredible to be able to be so consistent when Sinner was up 5-1 in that third set. A lot easier said than done, you know? Like, think about it. He could have easily like sprayed a return here and there, or made a ground stroke mistake, because there weren't some rallies in those two service games from Sinner. And he could have easily handed the service game to Sinner. It wasn't like Sinner wasn't playing at all, you know? But Cerundolo just locked in and refused to miss. But people were just writing so many negative things about him. So to see him back up this win against a tough youngster, Landaluce, even though he's 15-30 in this game serving for the match, that would be nice to see. And I certainly didn't expect it. I thought he was going to lose to Landaluce. Coco misses a backhand add-in. Potapova raised her game big time in this second set, not making that many mistakes. Nick, do you recommend any hydration electrolyte gels for long tennis sessions? I don't know. Do some research. I'm the type of guy, I'm the wrong guy to ask. I don't really like taking anything. I don't like taking too many supplements. The only thing I will do is like some coconut water in the heat. But you should do research. I'm not the right guy to ask for that. P. Le Pew, you can't rip on any pro level ATP player. Of course not. I mean, you go and watch D1 college, see how those guys play. Watch the futures. You can't rip on those guys either. Tennis is so tough, man. It goes so deep. Guys spend their life, invest their whole life into getting to a level where they can play D1 or play futures. And so you got nothing but respect for that level. And then on this level, even more. Wow, what opening up the court, Coco, but Potapova holding strong. What a rally. Potapova not missing anything anymore. She's incredibly solid right now. Covering the court well, and it's add-in. Did she hit that forehand around the net post, guys? Potapova, because Coco really pulled. Yeah, let's see here. They got a slow-mo. Not quite around the net post. Not quite. I think it was right on top of the net post. But nevertheless, a fantastic forehand there. Super Dave says use water mixed with salt, lime, and lemon juice. Yeah, that's something that I will sometimes do. Lemon juice. But I heard pickle juice is really good, so I'm sure pickle juice is great. I personally haven't tried it yet, but when I start playing again, hopefully I will this summer. I was dying like from exhaustion last year, so I will certainly have to be prepared. Double fault from Potapova here, breakpoint Gauff. Cerundolo lost his serve, serving for the match. Back on serve in the fourth. Berrettini up 5-3 in that fifth set tiebreak. Big serve from Potapova to save break point. Back to deuce. You know, Super Dave says, why shouldn't Cerundolo win the whole thing? You know what I was thinking the other day? I was actually talking to a friend of mine. We were laughing. How about the Cerundolo brothers semifinal? Why not? Cerundolo brothers semi on top. Well, that's a very good backhand from Potapova. Hitting very deep in this rally. And misses a forehand long. Coco Gauff locking in again and making Potapova play these higher balls. And she's producing some errors in this service game for sure. Reba Cohen says, these so-called Sinner fans are hating on Juan Manuel. Have to realize that Yannick would be disgusted at them. They aren't fans, they're just trolls. You know, I'll be honest, like, especially since I started doing live streams, like, to me, the Sinner fans seem very nice. But yeah, there's a lot of toxicity regarding Sinner when he plays Alcaraz, when he plays Djokovic, or just in general. It's incredible how much toxicity there is. And there are fan bases that are just like horrible. They're just gleeful when somebody loses. And yeah, you're right. Like, Sinner would absolutely be disgusted by those comments. 100%. How about Tiafoe up to that top half? Certainly with a chance as well. Certainly with a chance as well. Gauff breaks. One break behind still. 3-1 second set to Potapova. Gauff won the first set 6-4. Big backhand cross court there from Potapova. Love 15. Love 30. Quite an up and down set, this one. Gauff missing a backhand. She wants to check the mark. Anna says Roland Garros is changing the rules on court advertising after Sonmez tripped over the Lacoste board. Is that true? They should. I mean, even that tarp looks so dangerous back there. It's so dangerous. On this particular court, Philippe Chatrier, it's so big, I don't think it's that much of a problem. But even here, they have to find a solution for that tarp and tuck it in somehow or do something with it. And of course, the boards there, you know, they got to remove them. Because there's another player, I think I talked about this yesterday, that tripped over a tarp. Was it Gauffin? I don't remember. I had to pull out of a match. And Coco Gauff loses her serve to Love. Potapova back up 2 breaks in the second set. It looks like it's going 3 this one. Potapova playing well in the second set, striking the ball well. Even though she lost her service game and that 3-love game, definitely cleaned up her game big time. It was Gauffin, right? P. Le Pew that Didn't he have to retire from that match? I do remember something like that with the tarp with Gauff. It was a while ago. Berrettini down now. Down a mini break. 8-7 Comesana in the 5th set tiebreak. Oh my goodness. And it looks like Cerundolo is about to lose his serve. 15-45 all in the 4th. Hey, Super Dave, with the lines judges, yeah, I guess if you look at it from the standpoint of players bumping into them and, you know, tripping over the lines judge box, which probably shouldn't be there. They should probably just be standing. I mean, look, from that standpoint, I agree that, you know, it'd be better to get rid of them. I do agree with you with that. Big serve from Potapova there, out wide. 15-love. Oh, Blocks got injured on the tarp too? Is that true? I know he got injured, but was it? I didn't know it was he slipped on the tarp. Potapova goes down the line on her forehand very early in this rally, misses it a little bit wide, 15-all. $15.30. One thing about Coco Gauff that's so impressive to me, no matter what the score is, and no matter what the struggles are in her game, like she could be double faulting like 15 times in a match, she's always seems to like want to do well in the next point and pumps herself up, keeps her head up, doesn't get dragged into negativity on the court. Very heavy forehand, inside in from Gauff, and it's Potapova can handle it. 15-40, makes contact behind her body and hits it long. Random Tennis Gal, yeah, I saw that Instagram thing. That's right. Now that you say it, I remember Blocks. There was 2 versions that he deleted or edited his post on Instagram. I did see that. Yes, I do remember now. Somebody put it on Reddit. Swing volley, Coco. And gets the break back again. 4-2. Coco swing volley is very good. Forehand swing volley is on point. Coco with the heavy serve down the tee. A lot of spin on that one. Misses it a little bit wide, second serve. Second serve holding up for Coco. It's been way better recently, but that was a very good return from Potapova. I love 15. Let me just check some real quick. Look at the stats. 0 double faults for Gauff in this match. 0 double faults. So yeah, now the serve, 10-10 Berrettini Comesana. 5th set tiebreak. Tabilo up 2-1 on Quam and up a break in the 4th. Wow, that Berrettini match must be something else. Berrettini match point on his serve, 11-10. Can you believe it? If you get Cobolli, Berrettini, and Arnaldi into the fourth round on top, you could start thinking about an Italian being in the final of Roland Garros. And how about starting to, fantasize about Berrettini taking Roland Garros? Why not? Why wouldn't you say that if he ends up winning this match? Why not? (15:30) on the Gauff serve. She's down 2-4 in the second, won the first set 6-4. I feel that if Coco holds here, I got a feeling she's still going to win this set. Second serve holding up big time in this match. The high topspin forehand again. Potapova struggling with that high backhand. But that's a poor shot placement from Coco. She was on the backhand side, had a high ball, ripped it right down the middle of the court into the Potapova forehand, who hits it cross court strong and wins the point. 15:40, double break point again. And I don't know what happened to Tien today. I didn't see the match. I'll take a look later, but Cobolli is, like I said in my prediction, I thought that was going to be a very difficult hurdle for Tien, and I was kind of calling the upset there, but I said that if Cobolli beats Tien, then Cobolli makes the semis, and it turned out to be quite a dominant victory for Cobolli. Did she make that? There's a down the line laser beam from Potapova and another break. Okay, that's crazy. What happened? Joe Berrettini overruled on match point. (12-all). That's crazy. You know what? Let's tune into that real quick while they are on break. Let's tune into Berrettini real quick, okay, guys? I normally don't do that, but why not? I just want to see what happens here. 12-all. Começana serving. How long have they been out there? 5 hours and 10 minutes this match. Can you believe it? 5 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah, and I don't know what was overruled on match point, but I'm tuning in now. 12-all. Second serve, Começana. And frame forehand from Berrettini. Match point, Começana. Tiebreak duration, 20 minutes. Potapova 15-love, up 5-2, serving for the set. Let's see if she can get a hold finally. A lot of breaks and re-breaks. (30-love, Potapova. And Berrettini misses the first serve. Second serve. What a rally here. And out. Começana misses the backhand long. It's 13-all. There was some close shots from Berrettini in this rally. Hit a forehand down the line. Very close. What drama. Potapova 30-15. Up 5-2. Can she close it out? $30-all. Will this be another break? Berrettini serving. 13-all. Needs a first serve right here. One of the best kick serves in the game. Big first serve to the backhand, and it's long. Another match point for Berrettini, 14-13. And another break point for Coco Gauff, 30-40. Both Gauff and Potapova having a hard time holding serve in the second set. Can Matteo close it out? He's backing up a little bit on the return. Kicker from Começana. Very poor backhand return from Berrettini, but it works. Começana runs around it, hits an inside-in forehand. And Berrettini wins this match 7-6 in the third after 5 hours and 13 minutes. It's incredible. You know, sometimes when you hit a return like that, I mean, it was like a moonball return. I don't know if he was off camp, so I don't know if he shanked it or whatever. But the ball landed around the half court to the backhand side, and it turned out to be very tricky. Sometimes a poor return like that can work out in your favor, as opposed to hitting it more cleanly. And Berrettini crying. I mean, this is such a fantastic win for him. It's a brutal loss, of course, for Começana. I don't know what happened earlier in the tiebreak, so I can't really comment on it. There was something with an overrule or whatever, but let's go back to Gauff and Potapova here and see if Potapova can serve out this set. She's at in. There's 2 marks. And it's back to deuce. True tennis vibe in the house. Sinner maniac, sinner emojis. I love it. You got to keep supporting Yannick even when he's not here. I love that. Can't Potapova hold serve? Appeal at match point in the breaker. Okay. It's going to be a lot of, like, it's the Italians can revenge Sinner. Let's see, there's 2 of them now in the 4th round. It could be 3 if Arnaldi wins. Arnaldi's won the first set against Collignon, tiebreak in the second set. Cerundolo in a tiebreak against Landaluce 3-all. We're going to tune over to that match as well. If Potapova can serve it out right here. Second serve, add in. Set point number 2. Back to deuce. Deep return from Coco down the middle. Another break point. It's just very difficult to get any type of rhythm for both of these players on the serve. Let's count up the breaks in the second set, okay? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 breaks of serve so far. No, not yet. 5. This is about to be the 6th break of serve in this set. That's a lot. Another break, the 6th break of serve in this game, in this set out of 8 games. They were only able to hold serve twice. Not serving well either one of them. Let's slide over to that the Cerundolo match. It's 5-3 Landaluce in that 4-set tiebreak, and Cerundolo was serving for the match in this one at 5-3. Let's take a look over there, guys. We're going to go a little bit around the courts. Can Cerundolo back up his win against Sinner by beating Landaluce? But Landaluce is so tough coming back and playing clutch points. That's what impressed me the most about him and his run in Miami and his run in Rome. He's clutch, very clutch. And playing a clutch set here in the 4th. It's up 6-3, set point. Now, these guys have been on the court for 4 hours and 44 minutes, and they're about to go in the 5th set. This will go deep into the 5-setter, into the 5-hour category of matches. Incredible. Gauff 30-15. Can she hold serve? Finally, in this 2nd set, Cerundolo with a very strong forehand. 6-4. Landaluce, 1 serve left to close out this set. Coco 40-15, and she holds. 5-4 Potapova. She's serving for the set probably with not that much confidence, to be honest. When you can't hold serve, don't know whether you can have confidence serving for the set the 2nd time. So Coco with a good chance to break another time and win the 2nd set. Landaluce wins the 4th set 7-4 in a tiebreak, and we're going 5. Again, these guys have been on the court for 4 hours and 45 minutes. This is an absolutely brutal match right here. Let's go over to Arnaldi Collignon real quick, okay, guys? We're going to check out these guys. And then we're going to go back to Potapova trying to serve out the set. But I want a few points from this tiebreak. Collignon up 5-3 in the 2nd set tiebreak. Arnaldi won the 1st set 6-4. ATX Super Dave, good serving from Coco in regards to a lack of double faults. She has 0 double faults. But I still think she dropped her serve way too much in that 2nd set. So I wouldn't say that she's serving. She can serve better even. But she's not double faulting, which is great. Now, Arnaldi is such an incredible story this year. And if he wins this match, I'll dedicate a segment to him later on in the video today. He was barely winning any matches all the way up to a challenger that he won prior to the Rome tournament. Like literally losing every single match that he played the entire year. And yes, there were some injuries there and stuff like that, but still the confidence was super low. And that challenger helped him, similar to Korda prior to Del Rey, helped him get the confidence back. And now he's back to the old Arnaldi and playing well. And you know, in the mix on the tour to do important things. It's a very nice forehand down the line, winner, and we're at 5-all in this second set tiebreak. Arnaldi serving. Can he go up set point right here? Coco Gauff wins the first point, love 15. Like I said, Potapova struggling big time on her serve today. Let's see if Coco can break again. And Potapova sprays the forehand long, love 30. That's strong backhand from Collignon down the line. Strong forehand to the backhand side of Arnaldi. He loops it back. Bounce overhead for Collignon. Puts it away. Set point Collignon on his own serve this time. Second serve Potapova. Love 30. She gets it in. Coco with a strong return. And Potapova, way too early in the rally, goes down the line with her backhand, sprays it way wide, love 40. She can't believe it. She cannot hold serve. She just can't hold serve in this second set. Big forehand from Arnaldi. Another big forehand that clips the net, goes long, and Collignon wins the second set. He's pumping up the crowd. This match is going to be another battle. I have a feeling, this one. There's a break point for Quam against Tabilo. Let's tune over there, and then we'll go back to Gauff, Potapova. Potapova saves the first break point. Forehand down the line winner. I just want to see this break point real quick on Quam against Tabilo. Tabilo up 2-1 in the break. And it's 30-40 on the Tabilo serve. Let's see if Quam can get the break and even this fourth set at 3-all. The crowd's going crazy. Coco Gauff breaks again, 5-all. Second serve from Tabilo. Gets it in. It's a ball on the line. Quam. Tabilo with the drop shot down the line. Quam runs it down. Back lob over the backhand side. And exceptional combination of shots from Tabilo there to save break point, bring it back to deuce. Just want to see if Tabilo can get out of this game, and then we'll tune back over to the Gauff Potapova match, guys, okay? Going around the courts a little bit. And Gauff with a half-court forehand put away, 15-love. Yeah, like I said, I think Coco's winning this thing now. Kick serve from Tabilo. Forehand strong into the backhand of Quam. Another forehand drop shot. This one, he definitely was kind of like a bailout drop shot. Way too quick. Wasn't a good look for a drop shot there. Misses it into the net. It's another break point. If he breaks back right here, Quam, the crowd's going to go crazy. Gauff with another big serve. 30-love. And another second serve from Tabilo. Can Quam break back? This stadium is going to explode if he does. But he can't. Very strong slice serve out wide and a forehand blast down the line from Tabilo back to do second break point saved. 40-love Gauff. True tennis vibe. It's so true with Arnaldi, Berrettini, and Cobolli. Yeah, now Arnaldi just lost the second set, so he's not through yet. But yeah, Italians can take revenge for Sinner for sure. Coco Gauff holds 6-5. Potapova's service games letting her down big time in this match, and just like I said in the very beginning of this live stream, the biggest challenge for Potapova is the mental game, and that's like, it's not just her. It's for most players, it's the biggest hurdle. But with some players, you can make changes easier than with others. And with her, it's so obvious that she's too negative in between points, too much interaction, negative interaction with the box, negative body language, and I think it lets her down. Her matches are like up and down. Like even this one, like she's playing so well in the first set, up a break, then loses her game, starts making a lot of mistakes. Second set, plays so well in the beginning, and then again, like, starts sneaking in errors into her game, and it's up and down. So that certainly can be fixed for sure. That was some backhand from Quam there. Absolutely ripped that backhand down the line. A very talented player. What a backhand. Big serve from Tabilo there, though. The lefty serve is so sneaky. Tabilo beat Djokovic twice on clay. 2024 Rome, 2025 Monte Carlo. Tabilo took out Djokovic in straight sets. After this game, we're going to tune back over to Gauff, Potapova. Yeah, he holds. Tabilo holds, and he's up 4-2 in the fourth set. I was just wanted to see if Quam can break back. So let's go back over to, where's Gauff here? There's Gauff, and we're gonna lock in on this match. And no more around the courts, guys, because I feel that this match is about to get very interesting. Because tennis can be so weird. It can be so weird. I'll just give you one scenario. It's 30-15 on the Potapova serve. She has trouble holding serve in the set. So have you ever been in a situation where, like, you're serving for the match or for the set 5-4, and you play a horrible service game, and you can't get a first serve in, you're making mistakes, you lose that service game, and now you're serving 5-6 to stay in the set or in the match, and you hold to love. Have you ever experienced something like that? That's where tennis can be really weird, you know? And you ask yourself, okay, I just held to love. Why couldn't I held to love when I was serving for the set or the match? That's where tennis can be so tricky. So Potapova from 30 love to 30 all. Very close to going out. She needs the first serve right here. Big wide serve. That's a beautiful combination of shots there. That's what I saw yesterday a lot with Djokovic and Fonseca. Those guys played so well. Such a high quality match. Nice slice serve from Potapova, and then open court backhand cross court winner. 40-30. 7 backhand winners overall for Potapova. Misses the first serve. Second serve. Moonball Potapova. Slice backhand from Gauff. Down the line backhand Gauff. Forehand drop shot Gauff. Potapova runs it down. Backhand swing volley right into Coco instead of the open court, but She holds finally. Can you believe it? That was my point. That's why I brought up that scenario with like she wasn't able to hold serve. Think about it. Like that's where tennis can like play tricks on you. Like she had 2 chances to serve out this set on her serve. Couldn't. And then she's down 5-6 to stay in the match, and that's where she holds. You know, it's like it can be so frustrating tennis, but nevertheless, tie break. Potatova's backhand starting to click now. She's hitting it way better again. The forehand drop shot, more of like a slice drop shot, and it works for Potapova. Up a mini break and a tie break. Guys, not only do I barely have any people in here, 78 people in my live, there don't appear to be that many people in the stands either for this match. But like I said before, to me, this is the match of the day. Like this is the one that I like was the most interested in. And obviously, the former last year's Roland Garros champion is playing. I feel like it should be absolutely packed. But, you know, I understand, you know, a lot of people are on that court with Kuam, and they're watching that match. So maybe, you know, this will, if Gauff loses this set, maybe it'll get a little bit more packed for the third set. And she misses the return off a second serve from Potapova, 2-0. It's a wild first serve error from Potapova. Second serve. Oh, Champions League final going on right now? Okay, okay. I don't watch football at all. Not a fan at all. I'll watch Croatia in the World Cup. That's about it. Backhand miss from Gauff. 3-love. Can you believe it? So many twists and turns to this match. It's crazy. What's happening right now with Coco? She can't get a backhand into the court. Like her backhand is so consistent normally. Misses another one. 4-0 Potapova. What a collapse from Coco. P. Le Pew says, who cares about the soccer? That's correct. This is tennis. No soccer in here. Now listen, I got respect for soccer, but double fault from Coco. The first one of the match, 5-0. Complete collapse of Coco. I have respect for soccer, and I am from Europe. And listen, I grew up in Croatia. That's a soccer-obsessed country. Then Germany, I lived there. Same, if not more, actually. But I just could never get into it. I was always a basketball fan and a tennis fan. Not into soccer at all. Unless Croatia is playing World Cup. That's when I'm into it. I'll watch that. And I'll watch the World Cup in general. I think that's fun. And the Euro Cup. But just the leagues, I can't. And Coco gets on the board in this tiebreak, 5-1. Potapova sprays the backhand long. I just can't with the leagues, the Bundesliga in Germany and all that stuff, and the Champions Leagues and all that. I just can't. I cannot handle that at all. Okay, the one thing I want you to realize with Coco is like her game completely collapsed in this tiebreak. And look at her fist pump there. Look at her body language. She still believes. She's still positive. She's still going to fight. That is a trait from Coco that's to me the most impressive. And guess what? She still can win this tiebreak, even though it's like unlikely. It's 5-1 Potapova serving, but Coco can win this thing. Trust me. Still. I mean, she might not. Now it's 6-1. But that's what makes Coco so great. It's her fight, her positive body language, the belief to win at any moment in time. But this is a weird match. And I'll be honest with you, I'm glad I'm covering it because it's like, it's for sure not a normal match. There's so many twists and turns, ups and downs. Impossible to predict what will happen next. Unless it was Potapova serving out the second set. That was an easy one to predict. I knew she was going to lose her serve, serving for it at 5-4. But did I expect her to hold serve down 5-6? And then Coco Gauff to barely put any balls in the court in the tiebreak? She just lost it 7-1? No. This is a crazy match. And we're going 3, guys. We're going 3. We're going 3. Let's check on Quam real quick. All right, he's again trying to break. Arnaldi up 2-1 in the third. Looks like Landaluce is going to win this 5th set. It's up a break, 2-0 and 15-love on the serve. And Boko and Madison Keys about to hit the court. On Simone Mathieu. Who just played there? On Simone Mathieu. You know, how about Chwalinska taking out Sakari? Chwalinska coming through the 4th round. That's the player that took out Zheng. Lefty, very quirky, crafty lefty. A very spinny forehand, can put it high sometimes. She's a very, very good player. $15.30. Can Quam break back? Let's go over there real quick. Let's go over that match. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Why not? There's a Potapova Gauff for live stream, but why not jump around the courts a little bit? Because that's like a super interesting part of the match right here, whether he can break back or not. Simon, what are you looking at? Can he break back or not? And Tabilo sprays the forehand long, 15-40. Who do I have between Keys and Mboko? I'm feeling Keys on the Mboko, sorry, Mboko on this one. Tabilo with a bounce overhead close to the net. Saves the first break point, 30-40. Yeah, I should make the scorecard green, yeah. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel Mboko to go deep in this one. I know she just lost to Navarro in that final. She didn't play well in that match at all. And doesn't look like she's comfortable on clay, but I don't know. I think she's a big match player, a big event player. I think I have Mboko doing something really, really big on tour. I think she's a special player. And I had her going into the semi, surprisingly so, beating Sabalenka, and people were ridiculing that. But I think Mboko can do big things. I got her beating Keys. And there's a break for Quam. Wow. Can you believe this? Wow. That's crazy. That's insane. He's got a lot of heart. Okay, back to Gauff Potapova. this important part right here, trying to make sense of this. Potapova 15 love. Will Djokovic Zverev ever have an easier draw to win a slam? No. I don't think so. Okay, I mean, Potapova playing well again. It's just weird what's happened with Coco right now. The game fell apart a little bit. And Potapova now again hitting clean, not making that many errors. So tough to figure out. Nick spamming, can you believe it, every game? I didn't even realize I say that. Do I say that too much? You guys want me to stop? I don't know. It's not like planned or anything. "40 love, now holding with comfort, with ease." Figure that one out. Yeah, Patricia Landalusa looked like, he was close to going out. Cerundolo was serving for the fourth set and the match. And once Landalusa got out of that, it looks like he's been cruising, Up 3 love in the fifth. Potapova with a double fault, 40-15. And there's a game for Potapova. Hold serve again, 2 times in a row. And for you guys that are just tuning in, Potapova could not hold serve in that second set at all. And, she had 2 opportunities to serve for the second set on her own serve at 5-2 and at 5-4. Couldn't do it. Then all of a sudden, down 6-5, she holds serve, and then here she plays a good tiebreak, but Coco making like so many errors in the beginning of the tiebreak. And now she holds serve again. So it's just a really difficult match to make sense out of. And I wouldn't be able to tell you what happens. But one thing that I can't tell you is that Coco will try her best to get her game back together here. Does a kick serve on the first serve, backhand drop shot. Potapova runs it down, forehand volley. That's weird. That forehand volley from Potapova was not the greatest volley. It's an easy forehand pass from Coco, but she decides to do forehand slice. And that's not a good sign for Coco. That might be a trust issue, confidence issue with her forehand if she's going for the slice in that circumstance. Potapova gets stuck in the court, and Coco with a very heavy forehand, down the line winner. $15-all. There you go, Coco with a good backhand there. Nice overhead. Can she put the forehand away? She does. 30-15. Okay, Coco playing well. The last 2 points have been really good. That's an incredible backhand return from Potapova there. That was not a bad kick serve from Gauff. It bounced quite quite a lot there, and she was able to take the backhand return high and put it down the line very strong. 30 all. Nick, what do you think about Coco adopting more SMV? I think she could, yeah. Every now and then she could do that, but it's not something you see on the WTA Tour. They're just not comfortable with it. They never practiced it. It's a very specific thing that you have to practice it. And if you don't, you're unlikely going to pull that out in the match, you know? Because it's that transitional volley that you have to hit off the SMV that's tricky. But, you know, theoretically, I don't see any reason why Coco shouldn't be able to do it, because she does move well. She's athletic. She has a good volley and a good kick serve. But I think stuff like that has to start in juniors. It's unlikely something that you can develop this deep into a career. A very, very strong hold from Coco, and she pumps herself up. That was a tough game to get out of. Potapova didn't play bad in this game. That was a good hold right there. And now she can, you know, test the serve again from Potapova. Nick, you have a range of videos on the service motion. Yeah, I do. What are you looking for? I'll send you a link right here in the chat. I'll send you a link right here, whatever you want on the serve. I got like hundreds of videos on the serve on the YouTube channel. Everything you can think of. No stone left unturned. And big serve from Potapova, misses the forehand into the open court. Gauff moved the other way. Love 15. Kostyuk Swiatek will be very interesting. That's going to be really interesting. I'm probably going to cover that one tomorrow. We'll go back to back with WTA tomorrow. I'll probably do Fonseca Ruud too. Let me see. I might do a double header tomorrow. I got to work on my live streaming endurance. It's a long rally right there, very solid rally from Potapova, 15 all. Cerundolo broke back. Are you kidding me? No way. I would not have thought that. Yeah, he did. Cerundolo broke Landalusa. It's 3-2. They've been on the 5 hours, 15 minutes, that one. 5 hours, 15 minutes. Gauff with a nice inside out backhand return, and then again a heavy forehand off a high ball. 15-30. Nick, you have a lot of videos on your serve. What's your best one? Masterclass with Sarah? It just depends on what you're looking for in the serve. What are you looking to work on? You just type that in or ask me. I'll give you a link right here. The Sarah one is good. I remember that one. That was we fixed the foot fault, and like been foot faulting her whole life, and she played D1. She's a nice player, and foot faulting her whole life, chronic problem. We fixed it in 5 to 10 minutes. So check that one out. That's a good one. Serve masterclass with Bremen is also good. He's improved his serve tremendously. And there's a video with Shamir, several with Shamir, that like one with Shamir we work on flat slice and kick. That one got like I think 500,000 views or even more. That one's a good one, very comprehensive. There's tons. There's tons. There's literally like probably at least 50 serve videos, probably 100. I don't even know. There's everything. Like I said, no stone left unturned. And Coco Gauff up 2-1 in the third. Potapova not able to sustain the pressure. And it looks like Coco is going to sail through this third set. That's my gut feeling. Cerundolo with a game point in the fifth set to make it 3-all. Oh, Potapova hit a ball into the stands. Did she do that? The Super Dave? I don't know if you've watched my videos. You know I hate that. I can't stand that. That's like one of my pet peeves. So dangerous. This should be penalized very, very heavily if you do that. Set a deterrent for these players so they're not so careless with that stuff. If she did it, I didn't see her do it, but here's the break. Let's see if Coco can consolidate the break. Don't want to let Potapova hang around. She's a very dangerous player. This game's starting off solid. Nick, most pros seek variety and coming to the net more, but how do you fix the opposite if you have too much variety? Yeah, that's definitely something that you have to be careful with. Like, the one example that I see the most frequent, and it's the most like current thing that's happening in tennis since Alcaraz came on the scene, is players overuse the drop shot. They overuse the drop shot, and that's something that can backfire big time. So you just have to put just stick with just a more simple game plan and play high percentage tennis. Another thing is if you're overthinking it on your serve and overthinking tactics on the serve and variety, that can also backfire and can take the power and the effectiveness away from your first serve. So you have to be careful with that too. If you're kicking or slicing too many first serves, or just it can be many different things, but it is definitely a thing. Too much variety. 15-30 on the Gauff serve. She's got to hold here. Second serve from Gauff. So tough rally. Potapova ends it by missing a backhand into the net. 30-all. Yeah, I don't think the Super David Alcaraz there's too much variety. I don't think so. Maybe in some matches it's true, especially like prior to new Alcaraz, like prior to Miami. 2025, maybe some matches you can point out was a little too much, but certainly not since that tournament. He has not had too much variety. It's been incredible. It's just right. Maybe you can, I don't really know this, but maybe the coaching has like helped with like not overdoing some of those shots when it was in juniors and stuff like that. I don't know 100% sure with that. Maybe that's something that he worked on, but I wouldn't put him in a category of too much variety. And Coco Gauff, I mean, her forehand, like when you come to the net against Coco's forehand, it's going to be a nightmare because she curls that ball so low, so much spin. And gets the hold here, 3-1. Potapova again yelling into her box. She's not a happy camper right now. Quam 30 all, 6-5 4 set on the Tabilo serve. Cerundolo and Landalusa on serve, 4-3 in the fifth. 5 hours and 22 minutes, that one. Okay, that's so fun. That's actually really interesting that the racket slipped out of Potapova's hand. That is such a nightmare here in Florida, and it's happened to so many students of mine. And I certainly tell them to towel off and keep their hands dry, but you might not know that in Florida is like incredible humidity, especially in the summer, and you're sweating like 5 minutes in like crazy, and your hands get sweaty. And I've had a couple of students who had just bought a brand new racket and were practicing serves, and the racket slipped out of the hand and broke. It was such a bummer. So it's a rare to see at this level, but it happened to Potapova right there. On clay, your racket's probably going to be okay. On hard court, not so much. Fantastic point there from Potapova, 15 all. Great hitting. I guess it's tiebreak in the Tabilo Quam match. Maybe let's jump over there after this game and see how it turns out. Because this could easily be double break for Gauff in the third set. Big forehand. Coco Gauff applauds on the line. That was a humongous forehand right there from Potapova. Maybe a little bit of anger. Patricia, we're going to go over there in a sec, okay, to Quam and Tabilo. But that forehand right there could have been a little bit of anger in it. She hit it very hard. Nice serve there. 40-30. Ace. To 1 Tabilo. Second serve for Quam in this one. Second serve. Able to hold on this one. 2 all. 4 set tiebreak. Tabilo up 2 sets to 1. The crowd is on fire in this one. Incredible atmosphere in the stadium. Richard Gasquet is for sure nervous. Gauff with humongous firepower. Huge serve, huge ground strokes. Great athlete. Three, two. Gauff. Gauff serving. 3-2 in the third. He is very quick, Gauff. Covers the court so well. But too tough from Tabilo on that point. 3-all. Uh-oh. Love 30 on the Gauff serve. And a second serve from Gauff. Second serve has held up in this match. It doesn't there though. I had a feeling there was going to be a double fault for some reason. Love 40. Triple break point for Potapova to make this match even crazier than it already has been. Neither player can get on a roll. It's up and down for both. And Potapova with the down the line backhand, that's her best shot, gets the break. 3-all in the third. Gauff Tabilo 3-all in the 4-set tiebreak. Those are a combo of shots, very impressive from Tabilo. Backhand down the line, followed with like a little high one in the backhand angle volley. And Gauff is so fast, he almost gets to that ball. But it bounces twice, he can't control it. 4-3 Tabilo. Serve is huge from Gauff too. It's a lot of heat on it. They looked long, even though Tabilo is fist pumping. Tabilo was fist pumping there, but I think it's long. Umpire is coming down to check the mark. Confirmed long, 4-all. Potapova, 15 love. What a match this is. I'm actually happy I live streamed this one. It turned to be a very entertaining up and down match. Strong shot from Gauff. Moonball, very short from Potapova. Strong forehand from Gauff. And an inside-out winner from Gauff. 15-all. Crazy angle on that inside-out winner too. Two backhands out by this much from Tabilo. 5-4 Gauff. 2 points away for going into the 5th set. Let's check here real quick. Five hours and 31 minutes on Landaluce against Começana. 5-4. Not Começana, Cerundolo, sorry. Cerundolo is serving to stay in the match. 5 hours and 32 minutes. Cerundolo Andaluza. That's an absolute battle right there. And Tabilo, 5-all with another serve. Will it be match point or set point? Gauff with 2 break points, not surprised. Potapova with a double fault. So many breaks in this match. Even if Gauff breaks right here, it's not guaranteed she's going to hold her serve at 4-3. And Quam hits the forehand long, his match point for Tabilo, 6-5. Anna, thank you. Yeah, for sure I support women's tennis, always, always. Did he make that? What a serve. Now the serve is huge from Quam. He's got a big serve. So much power. Easy power too. Potapova saves a break point, 30-40. Big serve out wide. Saves a second break point, back to deuce. Or deuce, not back to deuce. Match point Tabilo. I missed that, guys, unfortunately. Wish they showed a replay of that. Let me see if I can rewind. What did he miss? I guess he missed something easy, didn't he? Oh, he missed the forehand, half court forehand, open court forehand. Got it. He missed the open court forehand. That's tough. Match point Tabilo, but dumps the backhand into the net. We're back on serve, 7-all. And Gauff with a rare backhand passing shot, miss. Add in. 3-all. Third set, Potapova Gauff. 7-all, 4-set tiebreak, Quam Tabilo. Cerundolo looks like he's going to hold 40-30 to make it 5-all in the 5th. He had the look, though. Quam had a look on that pass. He's so quick, though, covers the court so well laterally. It almost as if he got there too quick. Like Tabilo didn't hit that forehand, short forehand, like enough towards the line. And maybe Quam just a tad overran that forehand pass and dumped it into the net. Match point number 3 for Tabilo. Big serve. And there's a ice cold forehand down the line winner. It's a very interesting forehand technique. And it's got a tremendous amount of firepower on there. Eight all. 4-set tiebreak. And I'll be honest, I don't even know if Potapova held. Another match point for Tabilo. 9-8. This time on his serve. Yeah, Potapova held. It's up 4-3. A lot of crazy matches going on right now. Tabilo has a match point on his serve. Is a lefty. What do you think he's going to do? Is he going to slice out wide? Is he going to go maybe slice down the tee, like kind of a fake slice? Does he go body? What does he do? That's to me so interesting with lefties. He does body serve and misses it. Second serve. Not the biggest fan of body serves. And misses a backhand. And we're at 9-all. Guys switching sides. Gauff, 15 love, down 4-3. In the third, misses a backhand, 15-all. Have to be careful here. This is like a dangerous part of the match right here for Coco. Danger. Big danger. Need some first serves, ASAP. Okay, fortunate there for Coco that Potapova missed the backhand return. She didn't move her feet enough on that return, dropped it into the net. 30-15. Big serve from Tabillo. Big forehand inside in, but Guam is there. He's like very close, that backhand. He almost got it. But again, like he's so athletic. Covered the court so well. Open stance backhand is looking very strong. Let's see if he can do another monster serve here to save match point number 5 for Tabillo. Misses the first serve, went up to T. Second serve. And Tabillo wins. Good rally. Drop shot from Kwan goes a little bit wide. Great tournament from Kwan, winning 2 matches here. So got a very bright future, and even this match was very impressive from the youngster. Very impressive stuff. But let's quickly go over to Gauff. Potapova, it's 30-all on Gauff serve. And then a rally. But my TV footage is actually behind my stream. Gauff won that point. It's 40-30. This match is crazy, this Gauff Potapova match. 40-30. And Potapova sprays the forehand wide. Gauff holds 4-all. This Cerundolo Andalusa match is 5 hours and 40 minutes. Cerundolo is going to serve to stay in the match down 5-6. Nick, it's a bit random, but do you ever teach certain techniques to avoid player hitting themselves by accident? Yes. I've had a couple of players who had a chronic problem with hitting themselves in the shin on the serve. And I actually have a video on that. If you want, I can put it in the chat. Or you can type in, I don't know what it's called. This video is like 7 years old. But I have a video how to avoid hitting yourself in the leg on the serve and the overhead. Like on the next changeover, I can take a look at it. Gauff with a drop shot from behind the baseline. Misses it wide, 15-love. Looks like they've kind of stabilized themselves on the service games, though, deep in this third set. Everybody's holding now all of a sudden. It was a festival of breaks a while back. Brutal rally. Gauff, very tough in this one. The lob was very, very good over the backhand side of Potapova, and then a rip deep into the court. Made Potapova crouch down, but she couldn't quite control the ball, caught the frame. It's 15-all. Just like I said when Coco was serving, this is a danger zone for Potapova too. So Keys won the first at 6-3, very strong. Madison Keys under the radar a little bit in this tournament. Didn't play well in the lead-up tournament, so maybe with the less pressure, I know Madison can produce some incredible things, so maybe she's going to be going deep in this one. Who knows? Second serve, Potapova, 15-30. Opportunity for Gauff right here to do something. Big forehands from Potapova there. And out. 30-all. This point could not be any bigger than it is. 4-all, 30-all. Into a rally again. Coco Gauff hitting the forehand heavy. Putting some height on it. But no, she misses into the net. 40-30. Yeah, it's very quiet to getting the job done amidst all the chaos. I wonder whether he can get the first slam. Yeah, this was like a lot of people have been writing about that. I think he gets through the young, and then the big tests begin. Quarters, semis, and the ultimate test, the final, if he gets there. Going to be very interesting. 40-30. Big serve from Potapova there. Misses the backhand though. Back to deuce. What a backhand from Potapova there, though. Wow. Playing some excellent tennis. That combo has been working well for her. Slice serve out wide. Then backhand cross court. Then next shot backhand down the line. Excellent. She's got a really, really good backhand. Add in. Big forehands. What a rally. This is the longest rally of the match, I think. And Potapova outlasts Gauff. She's playing some of the best tennis that I've seen from her. And it's impressive because she's had ups and downs in this match, Potapova, but now finding her best tennis when she needs it the most. Incredible hold again. And she's up 5-4, one game away from beating Coco Gauff, the current Roland Garros champion. Wow. Would not have thought this to happen. I really didn't. Let's check out on the Cerundolo. Landaluce is going to go 6 hours, guys. Cerundolo up 3-1. I wish I can go over there. I can't, though, because we're here with a very important part of the Gauff match. Maybe I can go over there just for a second, okay? But that Cerundolo is some fighter to come back in this fifth set. They've been playing for 5 hours and 47 minutes. 5 hours, 47 minutes. Cerundolo against Landaluce. It's absolutely incredible. And it's 3-2 Cerundolo in the tiebreak, up a mini break. That's incredible, guys. Wow, rock solid forehand. Inside in, 4-2 Cerundolo. Pile Pew says this tournament in the 5 setters was brutal. I agree. I mean, it's like been so many long matches. How about like 2 guys facing each other that both came back from 2 sets to love, Ruud and Fonseca? How rare is that? And just so many marathon matches just today. Just today, the Berrettini match. And now this one, it's crazy. Gauff, 15 love. We're going to keep an eye on Gauff. Potapova, I am going to stick with this tiebreak. I think it deserves it. This guy's been out here for 6 hours, close to 6 hours, 5 hours 49. And we'll keep an eye on the Gauff Potapova match as well. Looks like Gauff might hold this game. Hitting the ball freely in this game. Potapova running a lot of balls down. They're playing good defense, chopping everything, squash shots. She goes down the line with her backhand, but she's probably tired. She played great defense in this point. 30 love Gauff. Landaluce with the power and with a nice little field volley. 4-3. Landaluce is like, he's clutch, I think. Like, I still need to watch him play more to say that, but from what I've seen from him so far, he's a very, very good player. And very good in crucial moments of matches. Big fighter. What a rally now from Gauff Potapova. What a battle that turned into. Whoa, Potapova with an incredible forehand down the line. It's 30-15. Cerundolo slips, and it cost him dearly. He slips. Landaluce hits it into the other corner, inside out. 4-all. Potapova is feeling the ball right now, big time. Coco Gauff with a wild first serve mistake, second serve. And it's 30-all. Coco's serve letting her down at the absolute worst time. She had 0 double faults halfway through this match. But now this is her, I think, second one or third one. And it's coming at the worst time. 30-all. Backhand drop shot at 30-all goes very long. Very poor shot selection from Coco there. Cross-court backhand drop shot from like an far away in the court. That's not a good shot there. And she hits it very close to the service line. Potapova with the easy backhand down the line winner. Match point Potapova 30-40. Coco Gauff better make a first serve right here. She does make the first serve. And she shanks a forehand. Potapova falls down on the court and she beats Coco Gauff, last year's Roland Garros champion. I cannot believe this. What a match. But I gotta say, congratulations to Potapova. She impressed me so much in this match. 5-all, by the way, Landaluce, Cerundolo. You know, that second set, she was serving for the match 5-2, 5-4, okay? Serve left her. Now, she was playing well in the first set, too. She was up a break. And then Coco started playing like heavier balls, consistent. But certainly Potapova got negative in that first set and was up and down. And in the second, she started playing well again, feeling the ball. But the way she played from 5-6 down in the second set all the way to the end, especially towards the end, I mean, we got to give Potapova a lot of credit. Not only is she like a great ball striker, hitting a lot of winners, but the way she was playing defense, running all over the place, keeping the ball alive by squash shotting. I mean, a lot of respect for this performance and the recovery of her service games too. Like I talked about that earlier, being able to hold serve after failing to serve out the second set twice. So a lot of respect for Potapova. It's a phenomenal match, and she's been playing great all clay court season. But something's going on with her arm. She got ice on her arm. I hope she's okay physically. And Coco, you know, she fought hard. She's just serve and forehand let her down. They let her down big time. Not throughout the entirety of the match, but in that crucial stage. 6-6 Landaluce Cerundolo. I wonder what's going on with Potapova's arm. Does anybody know? Putting ice on it. Hope she's okay. I had Coco Gauff in the final, by the way. So this is like by far, I mean, my first round was pretty good, actually. I only got 18 wrong on the men in the first round. But after the my first round, the women was absolute disaster. It was horrendous. But after the first round, this is probably the worst predictions that I've ever made for a Grand Slam tournament. And it's so bad that I'm thinking about retiring from predicting. It's like I'm doing really bad. This tournament's been a horrendous experience, predictions-wise. But I don't care. It's okay. I'll probably do it again for Wimbledon. We'll see. It's fun. But yeah, I'm glad I covered this match, Gauff and Potapova. It was very interesting match. And again, all the credit to Potapova, who played a fantastic match. Cerundolo and Landaluce. We're gonna finish this one off, and guys, we're gonna talk about what we're gonna cover tomorrow, and I'll let you guys go. 7-6 Landaluce. Cerundolo serving. Let's check the clock on these guys. Are they 6 hours yet? 5 hours 55. Will they crack this 6 hour mark? Second serve for Cerundolo here. Will they crack 6 hours? This has got to be the longest match of all time, no? Landaluce 8-6. Let me look that up real quick. Oh yeah, I remember that. That's right. Clement against Santoro. It was 16-14 in the fifth. 6 hours 33 minutes. Cerundolo with a nice backhand there. 8-7. Yeah. Clement against the Santoro was 6 hours 33. I remember that match. They will not beat that because of the, they will not beat that, obviously. But nevertheless, it's a crazy match. 6 hours. To be 6 hours on the tennis court, think about that. 6 hours to play at this level. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. That's why tennis is so tough. It's an absolutely brutal sport. These guys are incredible athletes. And you know what it is? Like, there's 6 hours, and like whoever wins this has to come back the day after next to play another one of these 5-set matches, and then another one and another one. It's crazy. I mean, tennis is absolutely the most brutal sport ever. It's got to be. Landalusa misses the backhand. He jumps into it. He does a jumping backhand off a lefty forehand, heavy forehand. That's a risky thing to do. And it's 8-all. Can you believe this? He gives up the mini break. For you guys that are tuning into Gauff Potapova, I'm sticking with this match out of respect for it. 5 hours and 57 minutes. It's 2 sets all. 5th set tiebreak. Landalusa Cerundolo 8-all in the tiebreak. Landalusa serving. Big first serve. And another backhand error from Landalusa. The backhand falling apart late in this match. And it's match point Cerundolo 9-8. Can you believe this? Now, if I remember correctly, Landalusa was serving... No, Cerundolo was serving for the match at 5-3 in the 4th. Up 2 sets to 1. So... just to keep that in mind, he had this match on his racket in the 4th set, but then Landalusa came back very strong, fighting. Let's see what serve he comes up with on match point as a lefty. He goes down the T flat. Why not slice? The backhand is falling apart. He missed 2 backhands in a row. Now, why not test the backhand return? There it is. He puts it to his backhand, and he misses the 3rd consecutive backhand. And Cerundolo backs up his win against Sinner. And I'm glad to see that, as much as this hurts for the youngster the youngster Landalusa. There was a lot of people that were trash talking Juan Manuel Cerundolo, for beating Sinner because of the state that Sinner was in. And so it's nice to see Cerundolo back up the Sinner win with this insane match that lasted, let's see what the last 5 hours, 58 minutes. So, incredible performance from Cerundolo. Big respect to him. He got 2 5-setters back-to-back. Let's see now who he plays on my draw. Let's see who Cerundolo got up there on top. He is going to play Berrettini. How about that one? Berrettini Cerundolo in the 4th round. If you got that right, predicted that right, you deserve a lot of credit. I think nobody picked that. Literally nobody picked Juan Manuel Cerundolo Berrettini 4th round up there on top. So, guys, let's take a quick look to the schedule tomorrow, and I'll tell you what I will be covering tomorrow in my live stream. I would love to do Swiatek Kostic, but it's 5 a.m. Impossible. Maybe I'll do Zverev. How about Zverev? I'll do Zverev. No, scratch that. I'm doing Ruud Fonseca. Let's see, yeah. Let's see if there's anything else I can do. A double header. If I can do a double header tomorrow. Okay, let's do Ruud Fonseca tomorrow. 2:15 Eastern Time. I'll see you guys then. Ruud Fonseca tomorrow. Thank you again for, joining my live stream. This one wasn't that many people in here. I don't think we even cracked 100, to be honest. Yesterday we had tons of people in here. I looked in the stats. It was over 2,000 chats in there. But it's okay. I'm always going to support women's tennis. I thought this was the best match to cover. I was able to jump around the courts a little bit and check out some of the other matches. It was fun. So again, thank you guys for being in here. And I will see you guys tomorrow in another live stream. Also, tune in tonight. I'm going to post a video like I always do where I cover, I think it's day 6, right? No, I don't know. I don't even know what day it is. Day 7, I don't know. Whatever day it is, I'm going to do a daily wrap-up of Roland Garros. So tune in later to Intuitive Tennis. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? You take care.